Hello everyone and welcome to SpartanGaming Plays The Room 2. So, this is a game that was released, I think it was released a year after The Room, so 2013 on iOS, and then a year later on Android. And it came recently out in 2022 on the Switch, if I remember correctly. I think I have it on the Switch, I can't remember if I brought it or not. But, I might have done. I do buy a lot of crap on that. But yeah, this is just gonna be. See, with this coming out a year later, it always makes me wonder if this was supposed to have been like one main game and they just split it up into two. But who knows? Who knows? Let's begin, shall we? With the classic tutorial. Most likely. I haven't played this game for a while, actually. So this one should begin just after the second one ended, the first one ended, where we're stuck in a where was we stuck? We're stuck in like a world between, because of the bloody null. Bloody null. Oh, we got a letter. Mysterious AS again. If my calculations are correct, then this is where you all emerge. Welcome, friend. We have much to share. Now you are blind, but I have left you provisions to see that your passage might be shorter than mine. I am forced to conceal it somewhere in this room and trust in your wits to uncover it. I am not the only ghost in this place. That's not spooky. That's not spooky at all. I don't remember there being ghosts in this bloody game. So, at the end of number 1, our lens broke. It shattered when we went through a portal. So yeah, it's fact. We've got to find a way to fix it. Again, with the tutorial, you just have to suck it up, unfortunately. The only thing is, once you've played this game once or twice, you don't want to do the tutorial. You know? This game really doesn't need a tutorial. It really doesn't. It's a weird puzzle. Yoink. Hey. So this mysterious AS guy is he knows that we lost our lens. How creepy is that? Oh, it's red now. Small piece of shaped metal. To try and to find where this piece may be used. There's like a symbol in the bottom here as well. And the bottom right. Very odd. Now we just explore the room. Well, it's not going to be in here, because this is a square. Have a look at this, shall we? It's a... Again? Oh, there's a letter on the table there. Let's see. Oh my god. 1883. Holy crap. Is this... I don't know when this is set, to be honest. It might be set in the 1800s. Who knows? Mr. Rigby, suffice to say that I do not share your colleague's faith in your character. Were it up to me, I should not engage a man such as of such low breeding and even lower status as yourself. Oh, this guy sounds like a prick. The very thought of taking a grave robber into a service chills my stomach. But as Mr. Montfaucon is fond of saying, need must as the devil drives. Fails to me then to brief you in your ungodly task. As you should be well aware, you shall only be paid upon your successful return with the artifact. Should you find yourself having any ideas otherwise, I must stress to you that while the artifact is of enormous value, it is only a value within a small it's only a value within a certain small community of researchers. Goddamn. It is not for the eyes or hands of an uneducated man such as yourself. I unconditionally demand that you do not interact with the object in any way. It may prove incredibly dangerous for you to do so. It is an instrument of great power and should not be interfered with by inferior minds. Wow, this is basically saying, please steal my shit that you're gonna steal from me and don't give it back. I would pawn this off to somebody else just to spite this asshole. Man, who writes a letter like this? Some dude who does not get laid enough. Holy shit, what a prick. Oh. It's convenient, there's another piece of metal there. Wonder how long I would have been walking around wondering where the hell that is if I didn't look. So these must go on this table, yeah. Boop. Let me drag. Boop. The old tourney. Strange brass sphere. Can I open it? It looks like an eyeball. I know it's not detachable by hand, thank you. Let's shove it in here then. I'm pretty sure it's an eyeball, yeah. Ew. It moves around here. So the code should be on the letter, yeah. It's southeast, southwest, north. Southeast, southwest, north. I'm trying to do my never eat, should we? Southeast, southwest, north. Medallion. Now it's a square. And what's that got on the back? Ooh. Very fancy. This has to obviously go in this box. Or somewhere on this box. Yeah. Remember that the null is like... It's like... Would you call it like an ever-increasing space? It's like produces its own like dimension. It's weird. It's very weird. But very cool. Now we just gotta look for these spooky symbols. So look, this is creepy. The whole atmosphere on this is bloody creepy. You expect something to jump out at you or be sitting in the dark. But from what I remember, there's no creeping. There's no jump scares. It's just bloody spooky. They do a very good job with the atmospheric sounds. Like you expect someone just to jump at you, especially in this darkness. Don't do well with spooky games. That's why I don't have any horror games on my channel, because I don't do well with spooky games. Oh man, just the whispering. I mean, that did look like two eyes, didn't it? So this symbol here is replacing the one we had before, sort of. This weird 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided shape. If you remember in the first game, it was like a weird half hexagon sort of shape. Oh, it goes. Oh. Open the door to the soul. Yeah, this is like what the null is. This like tentacle, like Lovecraftian weird shit. And there we go. There's the tutorial. All done. As it says, you've done well to emerge from the crypt. Sound of both mind and spirit. Though I fear this is only the beginning of your trials. Oh, great. Fantastic. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, I do like this game more than the first one. This whole ship thing is bloody brilliant. It's not very loud though, the outside of the ship. You'd expect it to be a lot louder. Let's have a look. I mean, you are in the ocean. You'd expect those waves to be hitting a lot harder, but it's still very atmospheric. Reminds me of playing 𝘱𝘦𝘧𝑦. The Return of the 𝘱𝘦𝘧𝑦. That's a bloody good game. You not played that yet? I recommend you play it. That's spooky. Very spooky. In a Lovecraftian kind of way. Oh god, I can't read this. There is still no sign, and my patience wears thin. In my frustration, I even sealed the foremast myself. A fool's errand. The fog is so dense I can barely see my own deck from the crow's nest, let alone the helm. Let alone the... Does that say the 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘱𝘦𝘪𝘳? I can't read that word. A fool's errand. The fog is so dense I can barely see my own deck from the crow's nest, let alone the 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘱𝘦𝘪𝘳. That's weird. Regardless, I have had the gun deck. I have had the gun deck run out the cannons in readiness. It is good to keep the men sharp. I mean, the whole point of foremast, crow's nest, and cannons is obviously slow. Reading that breaks my brain very, very slightly. I'm guessing the 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘱𝘦𝘪𝘳 is the name of the ship. I thought that would have said the helm, but pretty sure that's a 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘱𝑦. Who knows? So this must be the 𝘱𝘦𝘴𝘱𝘦𝘪𝘳? That's running out cannons. Unfortunately, we don't have a key. They said the crow's nest as well, which would be this one. There's your key. Nice. And there's also, if you notice, this weird like rainbow texture is for your eyepiece. Obviously, we need to drop the mast, so we can't do that just yet. So let's stick a key in here. Ooh. Strange shaped key. That's a very strange shaped key. Got like a windmill on it. 4 triangles. This moves, I know that, but you can't do anything with it. As you can see, you need another one. Oh no. It actually did do something. Oh. It turned on the light. That's weird. So, the thing we need to do is something to the wheel, which we can't do just yet, and the mast, which is obviously linked to this. So yeah, we can't do anything just yet, so we'll go back to said chest. I remember this being a thing. Oh, another key. That's the same symbol as this key, isn't it? Oh. Strange cylinder. Oh, it moves. Oh. What the hell is that? It's just a strange cylinder. So obviously we need to open this. Ah, here we go. So I think we need to move to make this shape of this key. Does it give us the hint? No, it doesn't. It seems that it's on the bottom, and it looks like this. This square at the top. That's a square. That's a square. It's not the right thing there, though. There. Nice. Oh. I remember this. Didn't get to read that. Okay, so it's. I'm guessing I'm swapping these around. That's one. So how do we get this one? I can't do that one just yet. We'll forget about it. Oh, it's so satisfying. The clicking is. Everything clicks. It clicks well together. Clicks so well. Oh, I see you there. Should open this, definitely. Nice. What an elaborate way to open a bloody chest. And then this goes in here. I guess it's meant to keep pirates out your booty. Can I look on the underside? No? Oh, I remember this puzzle. But it's been a while since I played this game. I remember it quite vividly. So this is your hint. So if I remember correctly, you need to move this in a certain pattern. The pattern is hinted in this letter, which is it's north 2, and then south 3, and west 2. You notice the 2s and the W's are highlighted and stuff. That's weird that we sighted. Yeah, so it says it didn't take long for us to track her down. We raced north for 2 miles on the deep sea currents to overhaul her head start. Approaching the mainland, we turned west for 2 miles to cut her off at the coast. With no sign, we headed 3 miles back south to meet her. We sighted her for sure. We sighted her sure enough, but she cut through the cape before we could intercept. Now we must wait for her. The tide. Bloody tide. So it's north 2, west 2, and then south 3. North 2. Like that. Nice. We've got like a key down here. Oh, there we go. Don't want to do anything like that because we don't have a key. Oh, no, we do. We have a key right here, you dumbass. Of course we do. There's the key. There we go. So, this one says, even the elements turn against us. Passage through the cape took us 4 miles west, and we soon sighted her mast 4 miles to the north. Sailors in pursuit, she cut west 2 miles into a fog bank. With the heavy ballasts, we would easily overhaul her. It is only, if only this accursed fox had left. I do apologize. I am not reading today because, yeah, never really do. I always find it difficult to read when I'm recording. I always read in my head. It makes more sense to me. Reading out loud, it shows you how stupid I am. Anyway, it's west 4, north 4, west 2. So west 4, north 4, west 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Only kind of one way to go, really. Especially if you need to go west. Well, let's read this before we do this. We have her now. The fog lifted shortly before noon, and there was 6 miles to the south. And there she was, 6 miles to the south. Readily, we closed her down, and she'd fled east 2 miles back towards the cape. Now she lies north of us by 1 mile. She won't reach the cape again. I think we need to turn this until we see a symbol. And then line them up. And stop. Okay, so let's read it again. So it's, where is he? So it's down 6. So south 6, east 2, north 1. South 6, east 2, north 1. East 2, north 1. There you go. There we go. What did he give us? Oh. Painted figurehead. Wow. Really didn't want us in that chest. Figurehead obviously goes onto said ship. I'm guessing that's Helena. The ship's wheel. Which goes... Everything's clicking into place, isn't it now? Just keep turning shit. That says, I think the code for that is on this. If I can... It's not gonna let me click on it. Oh, it says Rose. Oh. But the ship's called the Rose. Why would it say Helena? Or did it say Helm? Did it? It might have said Helm, and I just didn't read it correctly. That's the other gem. Make something happen. Oh. Okay. Another letter. Yeah. The Santa Helena came apart at the... Oh! The Helena's the ship they were after. Of course, it makes sense. We can't see the crow's nest, let alone the Helena. So the Helena is the ship that they were chasing to smash up. The Santa Helena came apart out of the rocks at 1800 hours. She heaved as if the bottom had been torn from her and began taking on water at a terrible rate. Only there were no rocks. We approached as close as we dared to try and take on survivors, but only one swam close. Only one swam clear of the wreckage. He is some sort of scholar. A wild-eyed wreck of a man in tattered, blood-stained rags. Clutched in his white-knuckled fist was some sort of sculpture that he babbled was of unimaginable power and worth, it seems, our prize may have not gone with the Helena. It seems our prize may have not gone down with the Helena. That's what it should say. It makes sense in my brain. I've had it moved to my quarters for safekeeping. So, I think it's safe to assume that this scholar is maybe AS or somebody with the circle. Because this, it can't be the thief they were talking about, or could it? Maybe it was. Whatever sunk the Helena was obviously something to do with the, what's it called? The tentacles. So I wonder what the, what did he have in it? A sculpture. I wonder what the sculpture is then. You know, I played this game multiple times and I don't really read the letters. Once I've already read them once, I don't bother reading them again. But yeah, look, there's another one from AS here. It is the natural tenacity of this world to twist itself into ever more elaborated arrangements. Like the spirals of a vortex, at once both the pattern and the system. It seems as though each room is itself a part of a wider apparatus. You must tune the room to find the glyph, and then tune the glyph to find the door. All must be aligned, but to what purpose? Am I the explorer or the prisoner? It's a very man trapped in his own mind sort of thing, isn't it? I think there's no as you see, there's no journal, so you can't read past letters. Because I wonder if the scholar is the thief that was hired by the order to steal something. He obviously didn't take it to the order, because that letter from the guy was written by an asshole, and I would go out my way to fuck him up just because he speaks to you like you're a piece of shit. Wonder if you ran away with this object that they wanted. The object obviously contained something to do with the null, which is the element. And obviously, yeah, you shouldn't mess around with powers. Really shouldn't. Can I click on this box, please? No, you're not gonna let me. So we picked up a weight, which goes here. Moves this weird triangle. Oh. I keep thinking this shadow in the background is shark. I don't do well in water. It's one of my greater fears in life is the blackness of the void, as we're gonna call it. It terrifies the bejeebers out of me. It's why I'm scared of the ocean. If anyone wants to, you know, make me shit my pants, just put me on a boat, and I will, yeah. But well, please don't do that. I really don't want to die on the ocean. As you can see, this is basically me on over mode. I'm just overdriving my brain, trying not to think of the ocean. Even the sound of the crashing of the waves really makes me anxious. So I'm trying to do this quite fast. Oh. I remember this part being a pain in the arse. At the moment, you're just making weights fit the shapes. And now we don't have a way to do this, because we didn't get one given to us. There's something here which we need to turn. Yeah, this puzzle here, I still don't understand how this works. I think I don't know. I think the solution is it's not here. I think the solution is maybe something to do with this. At least you notice that there's triangles in certain directions, except here when there's none. So that might not be the solution. You can't pick the weights up once you've put them down. And there's no way for you to, like, fiddle around with anything else. Yeah, this doesn't move. This is a triangle here, look. This one there. Oh no, it opens this here. Wow. Oh god, the noise for this game is really making me kind of weird. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Yeah, being on boats, man. Fucking hell. Shits me up the willies. So those turn this. So which one is the top and bottom? So these two are, I don't know which one. This one's facing up and the other one's facing left. Maybe that one? Nope, that definitely moved the wrong one. I'm just going to move them all in the center. Oh, that was the correct thing to do. Oh, go me. Okay, so obviously this has to go inside this. So, so you got to do it in a certain order. Huh. Wow. I absolutely winged that, by the way. That's when you know you've really confused. I'm just trying to get past this this boat area. It really makes me unsettled. It's making me very damn nervous. It's the sound. The sound is what sets me off. Oh god, there's a bloody another one. This has to go into that, so I need to turn it. Right. We do. So I don't think you can move it when that in there. No. Right, so it needs to not go into that. It's too far up. It needs to go down here. Oh. Balls. Oh no, that should be fine. We do. Oh. There we go. Really doesn't want me to do that, does it? Look, just let me turn it, you bastard. It won't. Sometimes it locks in and sometimes it doesn't. It's a pain in the ass sometimes. There we go. Oh, that was more trouble than it's bloody worth. There we go. I know you needed to turn one of them because you need another way. This one of them goes on to here. And then this one goes here. Oops. We go. God damn, I bet that box out all these weights for him is super heavy. That's some great sound design right there. Everything was just clicking into place. It's very satisfying. Okay, I'm pretty sure, like, can we not use this box just yet? That's weird. Oh, we can use this part. Oh, no, we can't. Yeah, I'm pretty... Yeah, so... Okay. We have an anchor, so... There we go. What we needed. So this letter then is... So it does say Helena. Let alone the Helena. The Helena's the ship that we're chasing. Wow. I cannot get a clue. Did I read this? I can't really remember if I read this or not. Yeah, I did. This being on this boat is really messing with me. I can't click on it now. There's something here. Ooh. A winding key. It's a very weird shaped winding key, isn't it? I'm pretty sure the is it on this? There's a keyhole there you need to use. I'm pretty sure one of these drops down, yeah. I always miss that. And there should be another one. Nice. That's what we needed. There we go. Trying to figure out how to click on the onto this. I know you need to go into it. There we go. So put winding key in there. Undo this. Load in the spring. And this should start moving this here. $250. And that is... I can't move them the normal hand. And then the key goes into this. Look at that. It's like its own self-contained box. The key to the box that you're trying to open is in the box itself. That's pretty damn cool. Oh. What do we have here? It's a ship. Oh, that glare's not making it easy to see. Oh, it's almost too easy. A diamond-shaped metal casing. Oh. I guess that goes into here. Oh. That was bloody cool. Another one of these red crystals. Guess we're leaving now. Oh no. Got to open the door, haven't we? Bye, ship. Don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't go into a room that has Cthulhu-like tentacles on it. Thank you very much. It was known. You have successfully navigated the secrets of the ship. Yet the grim ordeal will become increasingly challenging. I don't have to go on the ship anymore, then I'm fine.